Well, hello everybody. I wanted to let you know that I went to Panda Express for lunch today, and they were all out of panda. I had my heart set on some General Tso's panda, some panda broccoli, sweet and sour panda, but alas, there was none. I mean, you go to Sandwich Express, they have sandwiches.
Usually,
that is true.
I know.
But
I've never seen a panda there either.
No panda. I don't understand.
False advertising.
Yeah, I know.
We should all,
Taebyn.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Do you know what the most harmless number is?
Most harmless number. I would think 1 because it's so lonely and everything, but I'm guessing not.
No, that would be 9.
Oh,
look! Everybody sat there for a second and then went, "Hey, wait a minute."
If I had my lunch, I would realize I was only 8 away.
Yes.
Because
hey, Rayne,
this one is 8.
Yes.
Did you know that I was named after George Washington?
But your name's Fairly.
I know, and I was named after him.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
I think all of us were then.
Anything better?
Yes, all of us. Right, yeah. And with Halloween just around the corner, we're starting to see people dressing up in costumes and walking around. I was downtown the other day, and I saw a group of 5 sitting in front of a restaurant. 4 were dressed as old women, and the 5th was dressed like Batman. I was wondering what they were supposed to be, and then it hit me. Nana, Batman.
No.
Okay, enough of this.
Better.
Okay, enough of this perfunctory postulation. Let's get started
I
with
don't
our
think
show.
I barely got my 8th.
Your what? No, I
My
got your 8
8th
joke.
You're just okay. No, everything's normal. Okay, got it. Okay.
Everything's normal, just the way it used to be.
I thought it was only barely normal.
Barely. So, greetings and Moobarkfluff to all the creatures in the Potiverse. I am Barely, and you are listening to Barely Furcasting featuring Taebyn. BFFT, as somebody in our chat said, is that pronounced beefed? It's like, no. The show that asks the question, werewolves.
Werewolves.
I
Werewolves,
agree
yes.
100%.
Yes. Rayne, TickTock, Cheetaro, and Ziggy are all in the castle. Huzzah! How the fluff are all of you?
Doing great. So far, so good.
Good.
A little bit wet, but it's good.
Wonderful. I made a ghost goat today in the zoo. So
A ghost goat.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's apropos for what we're going to be talking about later.
Got you. A ghost goat. I was thinking a ghost greatest of all time. I'm like, what is the ghost greatest of all time? But okay.
I was thinking he sacrificed a goat and made it a ghost.
I have a question.
I did sacrifice a goat. It was made of boxes.
Okay.
I have a question. Does it go boo or go bah?
It goes
It goes babu. It goes babu. Babu.
So was it apropos or an apparition po?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
I am on a roll of 1,000,000 -% tonight.
Yes.
True. And of course,
from here.
Have you been doing TikTok?
No, I said I've been doing a lot of horticulture.
You know, you can lead a horticulture, but you can't make her think.
True.
So,
What?
and the
We'll explain when you're older, Taebyn.
Okay. I think I'm looking forward to that.
and certainly the show would not be the show if it weren't for that hyper pup, Taebyn.
Oh my
How the fluff
God.
are you, Taebyn?
Well, I am obviously very confused at the moment, but other than that, I'm pretty good. I'm excited to be here. Mission accomplished. It doesn't take much though, as all you furs know. But I'm of course excited to be here with all you furs again, talking about stuff which Barely is going to talk about, what we're going to talk about pretty soon. And and all you furs out there in the Potiverse and stuff. Hi, bark! And wait, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm coming down. Oh my cow!
Good.
Barely, you better start talking before I get more excited.
let's see if we can keep you from yelling so much today.
Oh,
Remember, you have that magical thing called a microphone. It means you don't have to yell.
Yes. Don't have to yell.
And an inside voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I sound like
And
the
remember,
average
it's not a
that
megaphone.
Cheetaro was talking about. Oh.
Well, before we get started, we actually had a listener make a comment on the fan mail section of
Yay, thank you.
our podcast. It was from Brisbane, California, and it says, "Hello, furs, moo, bark, fluff." 3 words, although it is 1 word, Moobarkfluff.
Yes.
I was listening to a recent episode, and Taebyn, I think, maybe it was a few of you, mentioned the game Royal Kingdom. I started playing it, and I love it. My question is, do you have a team you play on? I found a furry team, but I'm curious if you have one you like. Thanks. Well, I can tell you on Royal Kingdom and Royal Match, we are on Team Rocco. Taebyn and I are both on Team Rocco, along with Tatsu. On Royal Match, the team is full. On Royal Kingdom, that team has 3 spots. And I'm also now on another match game called Match Villains, which is also from the same people. And that team is also, I set up Team Rocco, and that team just has me in it right now. So there's 49 positions open on Team Rocco for Match Villains, if you would like to join that one.
I'm seeing there are like a ton of these games that are all like the same.
Now. they're all the same with a similar twist, and it's like, okay, it's like when you had Flappy Bird, and then you had Flappy Cat and Running Monster and all those other ones.
Running Monster
type things,
and Twinkling Hippopotamus.
Exactly,
Twinkling Hippopotamus was really good though.
It was really good.
Very popular. Unfortunately, the creator started getting a little greedy and was starting to charge you every time you logged in. So I got rid of it.
Well, and then Edward and Jacob showed up because of the twinkling.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that was a reference. Yeah, that was. And then of course, all those that were on the correct team, Team Jacob, they just couldn't deal with it anymore. So anyway.
Oh, look at that. That was a nice, cute anime thing.
That sounded very sparkly.
Today we're doing something a little different.
And now for something completely different.
What?
Yes.
Not from this movie, but yeah.
Yeah, not from that movie. Not from the movie we're watching today, but we're going.
Taebyn's gonna pee.
Taebyn's gonna leave a little wet puddle. We are going to change up the format of the show for this episode. With Halloween nipping at our heels, I don't understand why Taebyn has lost it already. We're like 10 minutes in, and
I think he's sitting on a feather.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know at all.
He's a nice guy, though, from what I understand.
Yeah. So we thought it would be fun if we all watched the same movie and then talked about it. So the movie we watched, is Mel Brooks' classic movie from 1974. Yes, 51 years ago.
Oh my cow!
2 years younger than me.
Yes, Young Frankenstein. Now,
or in this case, Old Frankenstein.
In this case, Old Frankenstein. So from IMDb, the premise is a respected medical lecturer, Dr. Frederick Frankenstein, played by Gene Wilder, learns that he has inherited his infamous grandfather's estate in Transylvania. Arriving at the castle, Dr. Frankenstein soon begins to recreate his grandfather's experiments with the help of his servants Igor, which is Marty Feldman, Inga, Terry Garr, and the fearsome Frau Blucher.
Already did it. Okay. We are all set on that front right there.
Yep. After he creates his own monster, Peter Boyle, new complications ensue with the arrival of the doctor's fiancée, Elizabeth, who is played by Madeline Kahn.
Which is very cool because, of course, Madeline Kahn is from Clue, which is another amazingly awesome movie. Flames from the side of my face, heaving from the side. Okay, yeah.
Yes,
she was also in Blazing Saddles with Gene Wilder.
Ah, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I knew that. Yeah,
yes, she was Lily von Stupp.
Lily von Stupp. That's right.
I'm so tired of being admired by men who keep knocking at my door.
Coming and going and going and
coming and always too soon.
Soon, yes. So before we get into actually talking about the movie, I thought it'd be fun to talk a little bit about some Young Frankenstein trivia. I'm just going to go through my stuff, and if this is something that everybody else wants to talk about, or if they've hit on some of these things, go ahead and just jump into the conversation. Does anybody know who the last living cast member of Young Frankenstein is?
I do.
Well, I did some research, and it's a possibility there are two.
Oh,
Yeah, the young girl that gets thrown through the window
yes.
is possibly still alive.
Okay.
They don't really talk about her, but
Isn't
of
a very
course,
fatal fall out that window
yeah,
then?
her name is Anne Beasley. You know,
Okay.
based on anything you search on, it's like you can find her is still being alive. But then it also talks about her being 90 years old, and that's kind of weird because she was only like a young girl at the time of this, and so she couldn't be 90 years old.
She couldn't be 90. She'd
So,
be at least maybe 60.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
probably.
mean, she was
yeah,
probably 8 or
yeah,
9 in that movie, so
yeah,
you
that
know,
would be my guess.
she'd be
But of course, there's
63.
the other person who had a non-actual personal view of being in the movie,
Mhm.
Mel Brooks, of
Yep,
course.
Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks, of course. Yes.
And he
He is
is actually in
99.
the movie. He is actually in the movie. So
Yeah,
there's a scene
his,
in the hermit's house where the soup's getting poured on
and
the
those are his
monster's lap.
hands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Gene Hackman had to leave and couldn't reshoot those scenes.
Oh,
So
really?
they
Yeah.
Oh,
so Mel Brooks's
okay.
hand was in there. And that was
Yeah.
actually one of the concessions that Mel Brooks made for making Young Frankenstein was that Gene Wilder said he could not appear in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Gene didn't want him in the movie.
Oh.
He was
But
he
his
was afraid that he would outshine him in the movie because of the storyline, and that's why.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
his
I mean,
voice
and
is in it though.
his voice
Yes,
is in it. Yeah.
he's
Oh
the
yeah,
cat. He's also
and a
the
werewolf.
wolf.
The
Yes,
werewolf.
the werewolf.
Yep.
Yes.
And so if there was like that young girl, if there were two of them, then there would be the outshining of Gene.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gosh.
Joe, why?
I
Yeah.
just did that.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
did it.
Isn't it?
So the movie grossed 86 million in its release, which
Mhm.
is over 590 million today in today's dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
a lot of
released on
dollars.
December 15th with no fanfare, very little advertising,
Yeah.
Really?
Well, the
hardly any at
ironic part,
all. Yeah.
it only had a budget of like $2.2 million in the day too,
Yes.
which is
Mhm.
amazing.
Yep.
Well, the studio
Yep.
didn't want to promote it because it was in black and white.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, and it's coming out during the Christmas season, but there was no big Christmas hype or anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
true. Huh.
it ran in theaters until June 1975. Ironically, Blazing Saddles also released in 1974. And so by the end of 1975, Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein had attained the record for the number 1 and number 2 highest grossing comedies
Oh,
out at the same time.
wow. Go
Yeah.
Mel.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
Mel.
Yeah.
both with Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder in them.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. The original script was nothing like the finished product. Marty Feldman and Gene Wilder would tweak lines and interactions between the takes and would just mess up the whole thing. And in fact, Mel Brooks had to stuff a handkerchief in his mouth to keep from laughing most of the time while he was behind the camera.
Also, the movie was
You know,
originally much longer.
Yeah, it was like
Yes.
twice as long as it
Mhm.
came out to be because
Oh,
of all
really?
the yeah,
Yeah.
they ended up editing out a whole slew of stuff.
Yeah, Mel said
Mhm.
that for every good joke that they got off in the movie, there were at least 3 bad ones that didn't hit at all.
No.
So yeah,
that's
when they
the joy of editing. Yes.
yes,
That's what.
thank goodness they edited it.
You do.
So,
yeah.
Barely and Rayne, you haven't taken like lessons from Mel apparently, because our show is still an hour and a half long, and if it weren't for me, it would be like 10 minutes. So
Mhm.
you're not editing out
Well,
all the bad jokes.
true.
Not all of them.
Feldman moved his hump around during the takes. He thought it would be kind of funny. And
Mhm.
Oh, that was his idea.
It happened 6 times. If you pay attention, you can
Yep.
tell that it happened 6
6
times
times.
in the
Yep.
movie. And there was one time he wasn't even wearing the hump.
Yes.
right.
Yes.
So
this-
Frankenstein took care of the hump, and he didn't know about, but it grew back.
Right. And finally, when they finally noticed it, they decided to leave it in. So,
Yeah. 'cause-
and the scene where Wilder says, "Didn't it used to be that was totally unscripted because that was the first time it was noticed. So,
the other thing is the walk this way thing.
yes.
Oh, I love that.
Aerosmith credits that with the title of with the song "Walks This Way."
Yeah.
Oh,
It was,
really?
Or "Walk
Yeah,
This Way." I mean,
yeah.
it's "Walks This Way."
Alright.
But
he was
yeah,
totally enamored by that whole
yes,
entire
and that
walk.
was
so he
that was
creates a
another
song.
one that Mel was like, I don't know about this joke.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
watch the video of that song, you can actually see Steven Tyler walking the way Igor was walking in the
Mhm.
movie.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, they
that's a
they
new
went and
one.
saw the movie while they were making that album and just like they got inspired by Walk This
yeah.
Way.
Yeah.
Okay. And there were no digital effects in this movie at all. Everything was practical effects.
Obviously not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything was practical
Yes.
effects. There was, if it was raining, it had to rain. In fact,
Oh, I see.
the raining scene was so intense that by the end of the shooting that day, there was at least 8 inches of water on the studio floor.
Mhm.
Oh my.
Oh,
And
goodness.
and Mel thought they were going to have to stop shooting for a week while everything dried out, but the crew actually got everything mopped up and dried out by shooting the next morning by 6 o'clock the next
Oh,
morning
wow. Nice.
to continue shooting. Yeah. So
Okay.
That
Thanks,
shows
If,
thank you to the unsung heroes who work behind the camera.
right.
Yes.
So, if you wanted lightning or thunder, there was somebody with a thunder clapper thingy and
Mhm.
then lights flashing to make things going. So,
Yeah.
classic. It was filmed in the classic movie style of the 30s. Is
The
what
monster
it was.
coming to life scene was an actual plastic head made to look like Peter Boyle that they had lights and some fake brains in to make it look so when it glows up as he's getting electrocuted by the storm. That was all a practical effect.
Nice.
I like the fact that it made him look more like the old style traditional Frankenstein, like the Boris Karloff look.
Well, yeah, all of the special effects were, basically special effects from the original movie. Even the filming location was the same. The
And
castle,
the lab equipment.
yeah, the castle, lab equipment, all of that. Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
the fact that when they were showing the laboratory for the first time, that the voicing that was in the background was from the original Frankenstein.
Mhm.
Wow. Really?
Yep.
Yep.
More on
Yeah,
on the lab equipment.
Yep.
When Mel Brooks was preparing for the film, he discovered that Ken Strickfaden, who had made the elaborate electrical machinery for the lab sequences in Frankenstein, 1931, and its sequels, was still alive and living in Los Angeles. Brooks visited Strickfaden and found that he had stored all the equipment in his garage.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brooks made a deal to rent the equipment and gave Strickfaden the screen credit he didn't receive in the original films.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
And Cloris Leachman, who usually played all of her characters way over the top, made a conscious choice to play Frau Blucher. There we go. "Quote unquote straight."
Mhm.
And her character cracked up the cast because they were all expecting over the top acting. And then when she
Yes.
started playing it straight, it made it even more funny for the cast and the crew. And it was so funny that they were taking so many takes in order to do the shoots that Mel finally said, "I'll just edit out the laughter on the track. Go ahead and just go ahead and laugh." So
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just, I mean, everybody in this film was spectacular. So
There were
it's just-
several moments when all the cast, you could tell that they were holding back laughter
yeah.
at various points.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So
Gene Wilder, especially. They were just having so much fun making the film that they were kind of sad when the filming was coming to an end. So they just added in more scenes. Like, okay,
Yeah.
let's just keep going.
they actually had a mock funeral at the cast wrap
Yes.
where each of them gave a eulogy for their character.
Oh goodness.
awesome.
So TickTock, I want to point out one of the things that you wrote on there about Igor and the animal rap. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about that?
Yeah,
one?
so supposedly the scene that required the most takes was when Igor bites Elizabeth's animal wrap. As
yes.
each time he did it, he was left with a piece of fur in his mouth,
Yes.
causing the other actors and actresses to laugh hysterically.
Sounds like a fur con.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much, yes. And there's a lot of laughter at those.
Yes.
Absolutely. What was the line? He said, "Would you help me with the bags?" And he said, "Sure,
Yes.
you take the blonde,
Well,
I'll take the one
one
in
in
the
the
turban."
turban.
Yeah.
In his best
Oh.
Groucho Marx impersonation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's true. Very
Feldman
true.
was an amazing like comic actor. He just
Well,
Mhm.
the ironic part about Marty Feldman was that people thought that he actually purposefully bulged his eyes, but he had Graves'
no,
disease,
yeah.
which is a thyroid problem, which actually keeps your eyes bulging, and he
Mhm.
never got it checked. As a
I
matter of fact, that was
wondered
what he
about
died
that.
from.
Yeah, sadly.
But it worked
Yeah.
out like perfect
But it's
for
what
the
he's known
role.
for, yeah.
Yeah.
It's what he's
Well, there
known
was
for.
that
yeah.
one scene when they were turning on the lights, and Gene Wildman says, "Those eyes."
No, he says, "Damn your eyes," and
Oh, damn your eyes. That's right.
Feldman
He
points
says,
at him. He
"Damn
says,
your
"Too
eyes."
late."
Too
Too
late.
late.
Yes.
Which I do find that he is the one that actually breaks the fourth wall the most in this
Yes.
movie, where he
Yes.
actually talks to the audience.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. I
definitely.
mean, especially when he points at the brain,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
points at the brain that says AB normal and looks at the camera and goes, "Ah."
Ah.
Okay. So, shall any other trivia that we're going to talk about, or should we get to actually talking about the movie itself?
There is one piece of interesting stuff in terms of when we were talking about the blind man, which is called his name is Harold, of course, by Gene
Hmm.
Hackman.
Mhm.
He originally in the movie had no credit whatsoever in the original
Right.
movie, and he
Yep.
didn't get credit until the very first time it got put onto VHS or DVD when he got credit. So he was uncredited for the longest time, and of
Yes.
course. He did it for next to nothing because of the fact that he just wanted to be a part of the
Well,
film.
he had
Yeah.
worked with Terry Garr, and
Mhm.
she, he found out that they were doing this, and it was kind of like a last minute thing. They needed somebody to play the hermit, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
he
actually,
was it.
he met Mel in the commissary
Yeah,
and said, "I really like to do comedy sometime." And Mel says, "Well, have I got a place for you?"
yeah.
And threw him in there. And Terry Garr was not supposed to be. She wasn't the original person cast
No, it
as
was actually she
Inga.
was supposed to be
Yeah.
Elizabeth,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
And
Madeline Kahn was
Madeline
supposed to
Kahn,
be
vice versa.
the lab assistant.
Yeah. And Madeline Kahn couldn't make the first couple of days of shooting, and so those first couple of shooting days had Inga in it. So they threw Terry Garr in as a fill-in, but she did so well. Mel said, "All right, you're going to be Inga
Well,
now."
there's also talk that I read that he had asked her, "Can you do can you come in tomorrow and read to play the part of the lab assistant? We need somebody to play the lab assistant." And he's like, "Can you do a German accent?" And she was like, "Well, I think I can. I can come in tonight if you want." So that, and he's like, "Don't worry, you got it." So
Yeah.
because apparently the hairdresser on one of the shows she worked on was German, and so she heard her accent all the time, and that's how she learned the accent.
Ah.
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
a
Yes.
couple notes on the choice of black and white for the film.
Hmm.
Mhm.
But there's various versions of this. But overall, when Mel stated he wanted to shoot the film in black and white, there was pushback from actually 3 studios
Yes, Columbia
that he went.
Pictures
Yeah.
said no. One of the others said no. And Fox was finally the one that took it.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, they had a stipulation. They wanted to have it be filmed in color,
Right, and then
then later
converted to
rendered
black and
into
white.
white. Right.
Yeah.
The studio felt it was a smart business decision, as countries who were somewhat new to color film, even in '74, would prefer a color movie. And
Mhm.
Mel was just like, "Nope, you're pulling the wool over my eyes. You're just going to have a widespread general release in color." So the with 20th Century Fox agreed to the black and white, and I saw in an interview Mel was saying he used this very thick old timey Agfa film. They're a
Mhm.
Mhm.
German film production company, and it was so thick that the modern cameras at the time had like a lot of trouble pulling it through the sprockets. It
Yeah.
was
Mhm.
Yeah, there
Mhm.
was an urban legend that I had actually fallen for too, that was leftover film stock from the original, but is
No.
actually
that
not.
no
It was
no that
actually
would
modern film stock on modern cameras, just
Just
an
thicker.
older brand of
grand.
modern
Mhm.
film stock. But yeah, it wouldn't have looked the same if they had desaturated it to go to black and
No.
white. It would have looked really crummy.
changing it to black and white is one thing, but filming it in black and white is
Yeah,
totally
well, the
different.
black and white film has a completely different range of the way it picks
Black
up
and white.
Yeah.
the way it picks up luminosity. It has a
Yes.
completely different tonal range than color does. Even when you convert color to black and white, it never looks as good as old black and white does.
No.
Especially in an old horror style movie, because
Mhm.
one of the things that's really hard to see in color movies is the spider webs and things like that that are on
Yes.
things, and it showed up really crisp and clear in black and white.
Well, there's a reason that up until the advent of LCD monitors, security systems all use black and white because there's more contrast. It's easier for you to see what's going on. So if you use color, CRTs were terrible about reproducing good color images, especially from security style cameras. And yeah, that's why most security cameras, up until the advent of LCD monitors and better cameras, were all in black and white because you get contrast. All you're looking for is luminosity and contrast. So makes it easier to see things.
Well, let's get into the movie itself. So, opening scene, of course, is the box with all the. What was in the box? Did they ever open up the box?
The will. It's the will.
The will
That's
was in
right.
there, yeah.
The will was in there. Yes. Clearly, the
Did
box
you-
did not want to be stolen.
No.
Did you
No.
notice that when the chime at midnight was chiming, that there were
Mhm.
13 of them?
Yep.
I didn't notice
Yes.
that.
I didn't
No.
count them.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
one of those little cute things that Mel threw in.
So, of course, we cut to the Dr. Frankenstein
My name, it's pronounced Frankenstein.
giving his lecture.
I always wonder if he had to memorize all the things he was talking about, or if he had some prior knowledge of the medulla oblongata and cerebrum cortex simplex tubular.
Yeah, he did a
Finican.
pretty good explanation of what was going on.
It
in
was
the body.
convincing, like listening to lecture from any professor from any respectable university under the name of Frankenstein.
I
Yes.
like the fact that what he was talking about specifically was about the brain and how it relates to Frankenstein in general and stuff, because they were talking about all the parts and how all this stuff, and of course that guy asking him questions was tremendous too. But yeah,
Right. Yeah.
I did have to laugh, and I had to listen to the scene twice when he asked the question, what about the Darwin experiment with linguini?
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
Vermicelli.
Like, did he really say? Oh, that's
Vermicelli.
right,
Did you
vermicelli.
mean the
I had
worm
to-
or the pasta?
Yeah, I
Yes.
had to verify by going back to listen to whether he said vermicelli or not, to be honest. I was like, wait. And then I had to look up, is there really a worm that's called vermicelli? And absolutely.
And then, of course, they wheel in the old guy to demonstrate
The poor guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
to demonstrate reflexive or or what is it?
Autonomic.
Autonomous?
Autonomic or reflexive.
Yeah. Yeah.
In
Reactions.
Yeah.
Basically voluntary or involuntary
Yes.
movements.
There we go. That's the words
Yeah.
I was looking for and couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Voluntary is when you get in the car to go to the FurCon. Involuntary is when you get there and Taebyn is there.
Yeah.
Well,
Isn't that right,
there
Taebyn?
is that. Yes, that is right.
He's
You were-
I've seen it on other furs' face when they get there and they open the door and there I am, and yeah, it's not mistaking that face.
That's true. That's true.
It's
And then I
cool,
love the
it's
fact that after he obviously he did not kick him in the nads,
No.
No.
but they gave the impression that he did
Yeah.
after he had placed the thing on the base of the skull.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
because that's why he just kind of went, oh,
No.
after he took the thing off.
cool. But
And
on
And
the
then
right
give them
side-
an extra dollar.
Give
a
them an
whole
extra dollar, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is again similar to the look that we get at FurCon when they see me arrive.
Yeah, that's why we
Yes.
give out money.
Does that mean?
That's what-
Is that why you give out money at cons?
It is.
No, stay. You really want to be here.
Yes. So we give out money. Ooh, yay. Uh,
I
anything
do.
more on that scene? I love the fact when he
I
stabbed his leg with the
With the scalpel.
with
Yeah.
the scalpel. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
you know, the
another
one thing
another
about
bit of
that
urban
that
myth
was
though is that wasn't that was actually planned. A lot of people think that was an accident, and that
Yeah.
he just worked through it. It's not. You can see the
well,
square
if you
block
pay
underneath his leg.
attention, yeah,
Yeah.
you can totally see that in his leg. You know, right before he sits down for stabbing himself in the leg, you can totally
Mhm.
see it.
It's a good thing he didn't miss.
Yeah,
I know, right? I mean, a scalpel that's that sharp would do a lot of damage, and you'd
Oh,
have to
yes.
go to the
Yes.
hospital for that for
Ouchies.
sure.
Then we cut to him on the train station with
Oh,
his
God.
with his lovely wife, Madeline Kahn,
fiance,
Mm-hmm.
his fiance,
Fiance, or as he says later, fiancé.
financier.
financier. Yes.
I mean fiance.
Love the fact that he keeps trying to, hold her or touch her, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, no."
No,
The hair, the lipstick,
hair.
the nails,
The nails.
taffeta,
Taffeta, darling.
Yeah.
Taffeta, darling.
Yes, taffeta to you too,
the
darling.
dress. It wrinkles so bad.
And they rub elbows to say
Yes.
goodbye.
I know.
Something
Which is
we
kind
Now
of,
we know where that came from in COVID.
yes.
Yes, exactly.
I
It's kind of
know.
had some
My
foresight.
my dentist does that to me when we meet. It's like elbow
Yeah.
meeting, So it's
Chicken
kind of
wing
funny,
shake.
right?
Then Taebyn, you're awful quiet.
Hi.
Hi.
Well,
Hello.
we're all of the same fluff because you all are saying exactly the notes and the things I have to say. So
Well, you can
we're
jump in
just all
too.
thinking the exact same thing. Well, I mean, okay, so I could say, "Oh, I really like the hair," and "Oh my," I actually have that all written down exactly what you just said. So I'll just let the. Although the difference, she did say after Tafita, darling, the dress it wrinkles so easily. So that's my contribution
Okay.
to the
Correct, pup.
the correct. Yeah,
Correct.
we'll do that.
Okay. And then he's sitting on the train and he's reading the Lancet,
Yes.
which
is an actual real journal.
Yes, it
medical
is. Is it?
journal.
Yes.
It is.
It
It is a real medical journal.
I
Yeah.
did not know that. I thought they made that up. So
No.
No. That's a real
Respected
medical journal.
as well.
Now, I will say that it was not a medical journal from the 70s. That was obviously from long before. But
Mhm.
but yeah, it was something from like the 20s and 30s.
Okay.
What I liked about the scene on the train, though, is the fact if you pay really close attention to the people that are behind Dr.
Yes.
Frankenstein on the train, the
Mhm.
woman says in English, "Harry, he was at it again." And then the man says, "So what do you want me to do about it?" She says, "Every day." And then he says, "You let him." And then as they change from the New York train to the German train to go to Transylvania, they're saying exactly the same thing, but in German. It was
Yes.
like
Yeah.
really hilarious that
The
happened.
same conversation.
Yeah, and then of course, hey boy, is this the Transylvania station? Yeah,
Yeah,
track
yeah.
number 9. Yeah, see you want to shine.
Well, you know about those people that were talking, they were exactly the same people, but in a little bit different dress. If you notice, they
Oh,
were
yeah.
exactly the
Yeah.
same people. It was funny.
So I want to say that how I was saying we're all of the same fluff and everything, so I don't have to say anything. I literally have the next thing on my list to talk about is when get to Transylvania Station, asks boy, is this Transylvania Station? Boy says, yay, and oh, can I give you? So exactly what you just said, Burley. So I mean, we all apparently really like the both. I mean,
Well,
and then of course I think that's just another classic Mel Brooks line, and yeah, it's
Oh,
hilarious,
sure.
and I love
yeah,
it.
and the fact is that I've seen this movie probably I watch it at least once a year. It's one of my favorite Halloween movies, so
Yeah.
and I'm probably not the only one who's seen it multiple times, except for Ziggy. He's only seen it one time.
Yeah. I mean, I watched the copy that Ziggy sent out for us to watch because I tried to dig through my DVDs to find my DVD of it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find it. I've got it somewhere. I've got a DVD copy of it somewhere.
I had a DVD copy of it.
Yeah, same here. I was going to look at my collection, and then Ziggy posted. I'm like, okay, we'll just do that.
Yeah, it's
But,
much easier. Just
It was
watch
much
Weasel
easier.
to the
Yeah.
rescue.
Yes.
One note on the Lancet: it is still being published,
Yes.
although
Really?
online. Yes, it's been around since 1823.
Wow.
In recent years, they've had a bit of controversy. Is it peer reviewed? But it hasn't been since going online, it's been less under good review. So that they've been trying to clean that up some.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when they get there, when he gets off the train, he meets, who does he meet?
Igor.
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 But I
Yes.
thought your name was Igor. That's what they told me.
Frankenstein.
You're putting me on.
No, it's pronounced Frankenstein.
Do you also say Froderick?
No, Frederick.
Well, why isn't it Froderick Frankenstein?
It isn't. It's Frederick Frankenstein.
I see.
You must be Igor.
No, it's pronounced Igor.
And that was the first time we got to see the hump.
I'm sure Gene lost it when he said that.
Right. Yeah. And then, of course, after that, he says, my grandfather used to work for your grandfather. Of course, the rates have gone up.
Yes.
And then, of course, it's the whole, well, I'm a wonderful surgeon. I could do something about that hump.
What hump?
What hump? Right.
You know, I don't mean to embarrass you, but I'm a rather brilliant surgeon. Perhaps I could help you with that hump.
What hump?
And then, of course, we go right into the walk this way scene.
Yes.
And,
yeah.
Walk this way. Oh, no, this way.
And he hands him the little cane.
Yes.
Walk this way.
And then we get the wonderful introduction
Oh.
to Terry Garr.
Terry Garr, yes.
Would you like a roll in the hay?
Yes. Would you like a roll in the hay? I've got that sound clip here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Here we go.
Hello. Would you like to have a roll in the hay? It's fun. Roll, roll in the hay.
Roll.
Just like what?
Wow.
Where did they even come up with that?
Well, it's Mel Brooks. I mean, come on.
Yes.
You know.
Oh my gosh, it's just perfect though. It fits the tone of this movie like perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Some of the best lines came from this 5-minute clip.
Mm-hmm.
Was the whole clip from the airport, from the train station to the castle,
Yes.
has some of the best classic lines of
Oh, yeah.
any movie
Yeah.
anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's just that's where the whole werewolf came back.
Yeah.
Came into effect.
Werewolf?
So it's like, werewolf.
There.
They're a wolf.
What?
They're the castle.
There, wolf. There, castle.
The castle.
Do you have to say it that way?
Yes, yes. Why are you
It's
talking
fun.
that way?
Yet it's mandatory.
I thought you wanted to talk that way.
Oh, who'd we lose?
We lost
Chitaro.
Chitaro.
Yeah,
We
the
lost
kid is
Chitaro.
Oh no.
Oh no.
She got
So
disconnected.
we're Chi. Ha ha.
It must be the federal troops come into Portland.
Probably.
Mhm.
Like, disconnected all the internets. So.
Yes, a War Roach son, of course.
Yes.
Oh, hello. That's my full face now on the screen. Hello. Hello.
It was on
While
screen
we're
before. It's just
while
you
we're
didn't see it.
waiting for Cheetaro, Ziggy, since you're the only one that this is your first time seeing it, overall, what is your impression of the movie?
Oh, I almost peed myself laughing. It was very good.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was.
So good.
Yeah.
Good.
It also
Did you-
helped. Yes.
Did you watch it in Spanish with English subtitles for the raccoon, or did you watch it in English?
No, we watch it in English to preserve the value of the
Oh,
movie.
good for you.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yes, of course.
Ziggy learned a lot of his English from movies and TV too. So.
That's true.
I-
Yes.
I wonder if the jokes would carry the same weight if they were in a different language.
No, they don't.
No,
Yeah.
No, let me tell you, they don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
especially the Mel Brooks kind. They can't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, the werewolf one in
Mhm.
Spanish is hombre lobo, is wolfman. So there's no way to translate that
Oh,
joke in Spanish.
Wolfman.
Yeah.
Castle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be as funny. Yes.
Yeah,
No,
that wouldn't be
not near
funny.
as funny.
No, so in original untainted English. Yes.
Untainted English.
Yes.
That's what I speak. Yes. Like,
So let's see. So then maybe what's Tafita, darling? The dress, it wrinkles so easily in Spanish. Or what's the closest? And then what is it really?
It's Tiffany, darling. It would be querido is Tiffany. Se arruga fácil, no? It doesn't has a nice rhythm. It doesn't carry a good pace.
Just doesn't.
Can you
Just doesn't
translate it?
translate.
Yes, but it doesn't carry the same. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Just doesn't carry the same weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So of course they get to the door. They get to the front door of the castle, and what happens? But
What knockers?
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
thank you, Doctor.
And I have to say, so when they approach and first see the castle, the dun 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 music,
Yes.
I immediately had a flashback vision to the chipmunk. Do you remember the dun 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 chipmunk? I just immediately couldn't not see that.
Yes.
Right. And of course, they introduce everybody. They introduce who do they introduce?
I am Frau Blucher.
I don't do as good as of a horsey sound than the actual horsies do.
Well, true. That's true.
Yes.
That's true. It's true.
It's true. It's true.
Oh, that was from Blazing
Yes, it is
Blazing
from
Saddles.
That's Blazing Saddles. That's different. Yes,
I see
totally
what you
different
did
movie.
there.
Yeah. Cheetaro's back.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
my internet decided to drop me.
We said it was the federal troops coming into town, cutting out the internet so that people couldn't post that they were into town. So
Yes.
so they go in the house, and then of course Marty Feldman looks out behind and goes, "Luca!" It's just to see the horses go
Yes.
whinny, whinny, whinny. So
Poor horsies.
I do like in that scene when they were knocking on the door to begin with. I don't know if you noticed, but the door just gently moved as they were knocking the door.
oh, did it?
Mhm.
Yeah. That
Well,
rather
there was
fun.
massive knockers after all.
Yes.
They were. Yes. I love the fact that now they go inside and she's taking them upstairs and she says, the staircase is treacherous. So
Yeah.
stay close to the candles. The candles aren't lit.
Actually, they are. Okay, so this is what Ziggy and I were talking about. He said, so the candles, the ones that they're holding, were all done in the old way that they used to do them for prop candles in the movies.
Mhm.
They each had 100-watt bulbs in them, and there was a line that ran down the actor's sleeve. So they had to be
Okay.
really careful with that, because they had to make sure not to pull the show the cords or pull the cords out and stuff. But they don't look like real candles in film.
No.
And in fact, the candles upstairs for the upcoming scene in the bookcase are also the same.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, but because they're much bigger candles, pillar candles, they actually looked like they were lit.
Okay.
They were
Well, there you
electric.
go.
That's why they didn't look lit.
Oh. I wonder why they didn't just use lit candles.
They were worried about the actors holding candles,
Yeah, safety.
with flames.
Because when you walk and move, the candle flame moves along with and kind of drifts, and they could easily catch themselves
Also, a lot
on
of
fire.
a lot of the costumes that they had were very,
Flammable.
Flammable.
What, made out of
especially-
paper mache?
yeah.
I mean, come
No,
on.
but Inga's nightie was very flowy and stuff.
Flammable.
Yeah, flammable. Yes.
Yeah.
Flammable.
Like most things in the 70s.
Yes.
And if she was a lesbian, it would be flannable.
Oh no.
Oh.
I mean,
Oh.
We've just lost all of our lesbian listeners.
There was no such thing as lesbians in 1974.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Okay, that's right.
No Mahindras in 74.
No Mahindras. Oh.
Oh.
And of course, she takes him to his room where she makes out with the grandfather's picture.
Yeah.
So,
Which just happens to look like Gene Wilder, by the way.
yes.
Yeah, well, family
Yes.
resemblance and all.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's why she was so,
Interesting.
interested
Yeah.
in Victor.
In
Or
Victor.
Frederick.
Frederick.
Because he looked like Victor.
Frederick. Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
I love the fact that she keeps offering him something to drink. Some warm milk, perhaps.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Some
No, I'm
Ovaltine.
okay.
Which she
Really, I'm
she,
fine.
she
Ovaltine.
she improv that whole thing.
Oh, she did.
Yes.
Ovaltine.
And
That
of
was-
course, Gene
and-
did an awesome job just going along with it.
Yeah, he had a hell of a time staying, keeping from busting out laughing. Because
You can see a lot of the scenes where he is still laughing
Yes.
while he's delivering his lines.
Yes.
Especially the Abby Normal scene.
Yes.
He is just literally cracking up during that scene.
Abby, sir. Abby, what?
Yep.
Abby normal.
Said, I don't know what he was dreaming because they didn't do a dream sequence. They just,
No.
showed him in bed going, destiny, destiny,
Destiny.
destiny.
No escaping
that's
destiny for me.
Yeah.
Of course, that was foreshadowing, of course, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then we get the whole put the candle back scene.
Oh, God.
Yeah, squishing.
I love how he talked when he was getting squished. Please put the candle back.
Now
That
listen
thing
very
rotated
carefully.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Listen very carefully. Do not put the candle back. I think I have it figured out now.
And then when Terry Gar gets stuck behind there, put the candle back.
Yeah. Little quick up and down. It stays halfway. So then, of course, then the theme music comes in. La, 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 la,
Yes.
la, 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 la. They go down to the lab, and because I don't know about you, but if I go to a new castle, well, it's not a new castle, it's an old castle. But if I go to a castle and it's mine now, I'm going to explore every nook and cranny.
Oh yeah,
nook and
Cranny.
cranny,
Cranny.
Yeah.
cranny,
Yeah.
Granny. Hey.
nook and granny. Yes,
Granny Smith. No.
Hello, Granny. Why are you in that nook? Why are you in that nook, Granny? And of course, they go downstairs. They find all the props, which are not props, but they're the lab.
Yes.
And it's all the original props as we talked about to begin with. He goes into that secret room, and there's the book, the secret library.
Mm-hmm.
The personal
the How I
library
Did It.
How
book.
I Did It.
Yeah.
By Victor von Frankenstein.
Yes.
This is it. It's my grandfather's notebook.
Yep.
The owner's manual.
Yeah.
The owner's manual, indeed. Yes. And
Yes.
and then of course that's when he learns that everything would have to be larger and bigger in order to be things. And of course at breakfast, what does Terry Gar say?
His feet, his hands, his organs would all have to be increased in size.
Exactly.
He would have an enormous Schwanzstücke.
That was easy for her to say.
Uh-huh. And of course, Gene Wilder responds with, "Well, that goes without saying."
Yes.
Of course it does.
Schwanzstücke is not the actual word for that. Schwanza is the actual word. But they didn't want to actually say that because it would make it more dirty.
Of course.
And it wasn't already, of course.
Schwanzstücke is actually like tail end is what Schwanzstücke means.
And they almost got an R rating on this movie. Almost.
Yeah.
From a scene that's coming up, and we'll talk about it when we get there. Then they're talking about how large everything needs to be, and of course, Marty Feldman makes this drawing of Peter Boyle as the monster.
Yeah, right.
Not sure why he had to swing it though. That just kind of
because
swinging
he was
corpse.
hung. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I get it. Of course, then they're digging up the corpse, and Gene Wilder says, "What a filthy, rotten job." And Marty says, "What does he say? Could be worse.
It could be raining."
And of course, it starts to rain. It's like,
which that line has now been used in so many movies because of this movie.
So they get back to the lab, and I love the thing Gene Wilder says, "Elevate me." Now,
what here?
And they mechanically, what they were turning, as slow as they were turning, would not raise that platform that fast. I don't care how many gears you have up above there.
Like a gazillion.
Yeah, you'd have to have so many gears to transfer that energy because they're just like,
and horsepower.
Yeah. And then throw the third switch. Not the third switch.
The works.
The works. I loved it. Yeah. And then he accepts defeat with quiet dignity and grace.
Yes.
And I love the fact that Marty Feldman looks over and says, "Quiet dignity and grace." Right?
Yeah. He's gone nuts. Beat on poor Peter Boyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do like the fact that when he finally realizes that he's not alive, he starts strangling him, and then
Yeah.
Inga says, Doctor, stop or you will kill him."
Right.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a very blonde thing to say.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I really like that, actually. I'm glad you didn't mention that. I totally did not notice that.
I didn't pick up on that either. And then
That's funny.
they're at, so the monster is downstairs,
Mhm.
not alive, and they're talking about food.
Oh, he didn't kill him?
He didn't kill him.
No.
But they're talking about the food,
No.
Mhm.
and Terry Garr says, "You haven't even touched your food."
Yeah.
Why, look, you haven't even touched your food.
There. Now I've touched it.
Yeah.
Happy?
Happy?
Oh, sheesh.
And then you hear the monster downstairs. He says, "Yes, it is very good, isn't it? You made a yummy sound."
Yeah.
Who are you
I didn't
talking
make a
to?
yummy
I didn't
sound.
make a yummy sound.
I didn't make a yummy sound.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, if you didn't make the yummy sound, and I didn't make the yummy sound, run downstairs.
Yeah.
It's like, that's when we get the whole discussion about the brain, because the monster is obviously not smart, and
Whose brain I did put in. And you won't be angry? I will not be angry. Abby someone.
Abby someone.
Abby someone. Abby who? Abby normal.
And
Yeah.
I love the next line. You're telling me I put an abnormal brain in a 7-foot long
54-inch wide.
Oh my god. I mean, I can't blame him for having that reaction.
Yeah.
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 Oh, we missed the whole thing about when
Oh.
the monster was holding him.
Oh.
And he's like,
Yeah.
Oh, I
two
love
words or three words.
Three
Yeah,
words.
charades.
3 syllables.
Okay, so
Three
I was gonna
syllables.
I was going to say that whole scene
Oh, so good.
was so ridiculous.
Yes,
It was.
Sedative.
Sedative.
It was so great, so Mel Brooks, and also so ridiculous all at the same time.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Then, of course, there's a knock on the front door from the enormous knockers.
Mm-hmm.
After we get a cut scene to the townspeople with arguing about the fact that Dr. Frankenstein is in town, and that's of course when.
And this has happened 5 times before, but we're going to give
5
them the
times
benefit of the doubt.
before.
Right?
I was like, 5 times before?
Yeah, because there's been 5 movies.
Yeah.
Has there?
Yeah.
Well, there was Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein. I don't know.
Return of Frankenstein.
Return of Frankenstein.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah.
had another Frankenstein. Yeah, there's been 5 movies.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote down in my notes 5 times before ? I had to think about that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
What other happened? What other happened to it? So
I love the town.
I love Inspector Kemp, because of his horrible accent. It's like, they're like, what?
Right?
Oh yeah.
Footsteps.
Footsteps. The funny thing was, he wasn't consistent with his fake arm, though.
No.
Sometimes he would have to use his other hand to move it around, but other times it would just move on its own. He would do things, and he wasn't really paying close attention. There was a couple of times, like when they had their hands, when he put his hand up like that.
Yeah.
Then when they left, he just put it down.
Yeah.
He didn't have to reach up and take it down. So
I loved the monocle over the eye patch.
The eye patch.
Oh, God,
yes.
yes.
I was about to say that.
The fact that he cleans it off,
right,
and then rubs it on, and then puts it back. That was awesome.
The eye patch, yeah.
The dart game. Again, that's a scene right out of the original Frankenstein movie.
Yes.
He does play darts with the constable, but I love the thing where he just he looks around and goes, runs up, shoves them all in the thing, and goes,
Yeah, right.
Gene Wilder spits out his drink.
It's like,
wow, nice grouping.
Yes. And then
Oh,
when it's Gene's turn, he starts in with the interrogation, and
right?
Yeah.
and he rattles him so bad that he keeps throwing the darts out the window.
I love the fact that when they end up finishing that scene, when
Yeah.
when he leaves, you see the
They're all in the
eight
tires,
different
yeah.
8 different darts in all the tires, even including
Yeah, well,
the
they were
spare.
playing a weird game of darts where they're throwing 6 darts at a time instead of 3 each.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what dart
So
game
where
that
did
is.
8 come from? That's the question
Yeah,
I had.
that's yeah.
But
Do-overs.
they multiply when you throw them out the window.
Yeah, because there was one in the the constable's head. There was one we know stuck in the wall. There was one in the front tire, back tire, and the spare tire.
Actually, there was
one in the cat.
Had 2.
Yeah,
there
one
was
in the
2
cat.
in there was 2 in the front tire, 3 in the back tire, and 2 in the
Right.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
And one in the constable.
One in the constable, one in the wall, and one in the cat. So he had like nine darts.
I think the horsey must have thrown 1 or 2.
Yeah,
the horsey. The horsey.
I mean, that's the only logical explanation.
The horsey. Why would there be a horsey?
Because
from
I think Frau came in and
Frau who?
there's a horsey.
Frau who?
Frau Plucker. I don't know. I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
It's like you can't do that on television.
Right?
Yep.
Oh my cow.
And then the whole weird scene with the monster out and about in the town. It goes from night to day to night to day to night to day throughout the course of this next 6 minutes of the movie, which I found extremely distracting.
Yeah. It was a little weird.
Was that supposed to mean that it was taking that many nights for them to catch up to the monster?
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe? Potentially.
I don't know. So was it there to show the passage of time?
Maybe.
Who knows?
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly.
Or it could possibly be there's a lot of the stuff that was cut out is in that scene.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
because we know the movie was twice as long as that, so that had to come from somewhere.
That was left over. Yeah, they snuck. They clipped out little parts in between. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, like
I wish there was a version that we could see of all the stuff they had before they.
No,
cut it all
apparently
out.
you
That'd
don't.
be
Mel
awesome.
Brooks said it was horrible.
Oh.
So, but come on. Even if it was horrible, it would still be funny.
It probably would be, yeah.
I mean, 50 years later, of course it's funny, even if they didn't think it was funny back then. And so many things that he did back then couldn't be done today anyway. So it would be so much fun to do. So the putting on the Ritz number.
Oh God.
Yeah, I love that song.
That wasn't almost wasn't in the movie.
Yeah. Gene almost cried because of
he
this.
cried to Mel Brooks and said, "Please don't delete the scene. It's awesome."
Yeah.
And then of course after it was done, Mel Brooks said, "Oh yeah, okay, this works."
It definitely did work, and I just thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, Peter Boyle came up with the.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Different types who wear a day coat, pants with stripes, or cutaway coat, perfect fits.
Yeah, they didn't know what to make the monster sound like at this point, and Peter Boyle kind of ad-libbed that.
Oh. And of course, at the end, when Monster is freaking out and everything, and the people are all scared and throwing, you probably notice they're throwing they're all throwing lettuce.
Yes,
exactly.
Right. So
yeah. Well, apparently that was a thing
there was just like back things they were throwing it, like, okay, they're throwing something, and then like when the scene is done, I see what's on the floor, and they're just all throwing like lettuce.
Yeah.
Which always brought up, you see that in the movies a lot.
Yeah.
So did people go to the theater with a bunch of rotten vegetables with them just in case they were going to throw it at people?
Apparently that was. I mean, what constituted entertainment for people? If it was good, they didn't throw it. If it was bad, they
or maybe they had to like buy it at the concession stand beforehand or something.
Yeah, right.
No. Well, they would
Get your
bring the
rotten
stuff in from home.
vegetables.
Yeah, they would
Rotten
bring it from home
vegetables.
because they wanted to be able to, because there were always going to be good and bad things that happened in vaudeville, and they wanted to be prepared. Mostly it was tomatoes, but they didn't use tomatoes in this because they didn't want to ruin the inside the theater.
Or maybe just to keep all the audience like comfortable, so they didn't have to like get up at a certain point and go to the concession stand to buy like tomatoes and fruit and vegetables and stuff. Maybe they just sat there and there was a flower girl that came through with a basket of like tomatoes and lettuce so that everyone could just pick it up, and broccoli.
Yeah, you could just imagine some person coming through and say, green leaf, romaine, kale.
After the cigarette girl.
That's the best one. Yeah.
Did you guys notice something about the villagers?
No.
Did you notice their accents?
Yeah, they were all different.
No, they're all British.
There's a British one. There was
they're all British. The constable,
not
Constable Kemp, but the police officer that stops them when they're rolling the body back to the castle.
Oh yes,
British. Yeah, and the reason they did that was because Mel Brooks thought it was funny that in the original movie, all the townsfolk were British speaking.
Huh.
So he thought it was funny, and he kept it in.
Okay.
I thought that each one sounded a little bit different and used a strange different accent.
No, they were all doing a British accent.
But but it wasn't Transylvanian accent.
No,
for sure.
And and actually, you would think that all the audience members would have been Romanian. Because of the lettuce thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, dear.
I did it. I did it.
Which actually is very topical because Romania is where Transylvania is.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I was smart and I didn't even know it.
You were, yes.
One for
Congratulations.
Which I thought you were actually being honest. And then I realized you were making a joke.
I was making a joke, but then it turned out that.
It turned
out good for you.
Yeah. Of course, then
my
we talked about the soup and the fire on his thumb at the hermit's house, and
I love the ad-lib thing at the end that Gene Wilder says at the end. He says,
"Yes,
I was going to make espresso."
Right.
They tried to recreate that several times because the entire crew busted out laughing, and they tried to recreate it so many times that they were wasting too much film, and so that's why it cuts off so quick right after that, because that's the only take that made it without everybody starting to giggle.
That's funny.
And for the blind man, that soup was actually hot, and Peter Boyle had like a heat pad in his lap.
Yeah, heat-resistant pad in his lap.
Oh Lord!
Again, practical special effects.
Yeah, fake thumb with alcohol on it for his thumb when he lit his thumb on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the little the Hollywood gel, which actually burns a lot cooler than actual fire.
But you would still get burnt if you let it go too long.
Too long, yeah.
But
it
still heats. I mean, it's still fire. So
yeah.
I mean, it's
know if I let it.
It's an alcohol gel. We use that in pyrotechnics from time to time if we want colored flames.
Mm-hmm.
You can put a different additive in the gel. And it'll make the flames a different color. So you could actually have rainbow flames across the front of your fireworks show if you wanted.
Yep.
I don't.
I liked in that scene when the monster was sitting at the table and having all the soup and his wine getting broken and all this. The expressions on his face.
Or just Peter Boyle's face, like, oh.
That was an awesome thing to see.
It's kind of like the fresh expression on Taebyn's face when he goes to do a panel and there's nobody there yet.
Right.
So.
That actually is a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this. Well,
people show up. It just takes some time sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, most furries are gay, and gay people never show up on time.
Fashionably late, always.
Yes.
If furry time is running late and gay time is running late, then furry gay time means you're running really late.
Right.
Yes. Quite a bit later usually. Because you got to suit up.
So they bring the monster back.
Mm-hmm.
They catch him by doing the violin to soothe the savage beast, And he comes back, and they strain him down. They restrain him down, and they're going to put some of Gene Wilder's or some of Dr. Frankenstein's intelligence into the
His
monster.
cerebral spinal imbalance. He's determined that the monster has a cerebral spinal fluid imbalance, and that this procedure would help to give him some more calmness.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps a more eloquent way of speaking.
Which he does, actually.
Yes.
Speak a little bit. But the scene that... so they had to cut a scene out where they gave Madeline Kahn the white stripes in her hair.
Yes.
Because that's actually the Bride of Frankenstein with the white stripes. But clearly, when I was watching it again, and I said, well, wait a minute, how did she get the white stripes? Where something happened off screen that we weren't party to.
Yes.
Well,
I asked the
she
same.
hooked up.
That should have happened after her and the monster hooked up, but it ended up happening before that scene. I think they did have to refilm that scene because, or they cut a scene in between there because the first time the monster and her do it, she's already got the stripes in her hair.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I love the fact that she's like, I'm engaged and blah blah blah.
Oh my God. What?
Right?
With that
That's
enormous
Schwanzstücke.
I do like when she says at the end, she says, "Men, you do it 7 or 8 times and then you leave me."
Yes. I love him.
Yeah.
The thing that almost got them the R rating was when she started singing, "Oh, sweet mystery of life, at last I found you."
That was Madeline Kahn's choice to sing that song. There was a different song that they were going to use, but she didn't like it because it didn't start with an or ah. So she thought it was stupid. And since she was a classically trained opera singer, they Mel Brooks and Gene Wilder deferred to her.
They actually had to argue with the censors over that, about the fact that it was just a song, it's just an opera song, and has nothing to do. They just thought it was too risky or too risque for them to put in. Mel finally won out and kept the PG. Is it PG-13?
No, PG-13 wasn't around yet.
Hold on.
PG-13 wasn't around yet. I think if you go to buy it in the store now, it says PG-13 on it.
According to IMDb, it's rated AA.
That's before the
MPAA.
MPAA.
Yeah.
So AA would have been all audiences.
I didn't realize there was a rating system before the MPAA.
Yes, but it wasn't used for very long.
Huh. Pretty much that's it for the movie.
Well,
although I do have to say,
scenes.
The end scene where they're all sitting there talking at the end after the monster has his updated brain, so to speak, I like that scene where they say, "Oh, okay, well this is a completely different situation. Let's all go back to my house for cake." and the monster's still shaking his hand, and I love the fact that his hand falls off.
Yeah.
And then he says,
Off to the
lumberyard.
Yes.
And then I love the end scenes where we're seeing the monster and Madeline Kahn's character together, and he's in bed reading, and she's like trying to be all sexy, and she's, "Oh darling, I put a special hamster in the bathroom for your poo undies and socks." He's like, And I'm sorry if Daddy made such a big thing, but he really likes you.
I like the fact that he's reading the Wall Street Journal, and if you pay attention and you look at it, you can actually see the date that's on it.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? Yeah, it's dated May 9th, 1974.
Huh.
But it's really cool because he doesn't talk much in there, but like when she finally does get to bed, he turns the paper down, and he's like, and then they cut to Gene Wilder's scene where Gene Wilder and Taylor Garr are together, and she's like, "I never understood how come the monster got part of your wonderful brain, but what did you get from him?" And then the lights go out, and you hear him go, and she goes, "Ooh!" And then the Sweet Mystery of a Life.
She sings Sweet Mystery of Life.
Yes.
So. Rayne, you mentioned it before. How many times have you seen this movie?
I would say at least once a year for the last 20 years I've watched it. As I watch it almost all the time on, whenever, before I had a DVD player, they would always play it on one of the movie channels. And so I would always catch it, Halloween.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's at least I've seen it at least once a year for the last 20 some odd years.
Okay.
So
All
it's
right.
one of my Halloween traditions. It's like some people have the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. This is mine.
Or
Yeah.
Die Hard at Christmas.
Yeah, or Die Hard
Yes.
for Christmas.
Die
yeah.
Hard for Christmas.
That's a Christmas movie.
The best
Focus.
Christmas movie ever.
That's a Christmas movie.
And I've never gotten tired of watching it. I
Yeah.
enjoy watching it every single time.
Every time I watch it, I pick up something. This was at least my 50th time watching this
Oh
movie.
yeah, and there
Wow.
are so
My.
many things that you don't catch the first walk through. It's a very
Or the first
nuanced-
49 times.
Yeah,
I caught
it's a-
things this watch that I hadn't
Yeah.
seen before.
It's a very nuanced. The movie stands alone as almost a pretty good Halloween movie because it is still, in the spirit of the Frankenstein, series. But it was just with a little bit of extra humor thrown in. They did a really good job of balancing the two of them. It wasn't so slapstick silly that it wasn't still a good horror movie.
I mean, you have to pay attention. You totally
Yeah.
have to pay attention.
Yeah. Now, see, I will admit that I've seen this movie probably a dozen times in my life. For watching it here, I actually watched it twice because first I watched it just to be watching it, and then I watched it to actually take notes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah,
I didn't take notes on
enjoy
this
it.
one because I've seen it so many times.
Because you already knew.
yeah.
Yeah. TikTok, how many times have you seen the movie?
Not nearly as many. I'd say maybe 10. Maybe I'd
That's
say
pretty
6
good.
to 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 to 10.
Taebyn, how about you? How many times have you seen it?
This was probably my third time.
Really?
Only your third time? Wow.
Maybe fourth. Yeah,
Did you
You've
watch
seen
it with
some-
Tatsu?
I am pretty sure my honey would not like the show. He
Really?
would fall asleep like right away.
That's just
Yeah,
not-
possibly.
Just not his cup of tea for the humor, huh?
No.
Now, see, I will tell you, I actually watched this with my partner, Pink Lemonade, and he's like 27, and he actually enjoyed it. He actually laughed at all the right places and actually got most of the jokes.
It's a really good movie. I mean, it holds up well. The jokes hold up well. The and cinematography in it is just beyond good.
Oh, Ziggy, how many times have your... So all you first can't see this as listening up there, but Ziggy's holding up a little raccoon that's wearing a cute, adorable blue vest thing. There it is. Oh, look. So Ziggy, how many
And
times has
Raccoon
that
Beast.
raccoon seen young Frankenstein?
Just the one.
Okay.
Just the one.
So
yes, just the one.
I am on the same level as Raccoon and Ziggy. Not
maybe Johnny.
the raccoon, because the raccoon has seen it 20, 30 times, but I mean raccoon.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Johnny.
Johnny. Oh, Johnny.
Yes,
Hey,
Johnny
Johnny, you
Raccoon.
better be good.
Johnny Trash.
Johnny Trash, yes.
Johnny
Like Johnny
Trash.
Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotcha. Johnny Trash, not Johnny
Yes.
Cash.
Trash.
Right.
Yes.
So, Taebyn,
Hello.
hi. Who was it that causes the horse to whinny?
If I off the top of my head, I think that's Frau Blucher. That means that's correct. Okay, good.
Yes. Yes.
And I love that they kept that gag running through the
Throughout
entire movie.
the entire
Right.
show.
It wasn't a one-off throwaway, which was great.
Other piece of trivia, Frau Blucher is the actual name of Mel Brooks's nanny from when he was a child.
Oh,
Oh, really?
really?
Wow.
They had horses back then
Well,
too.
Well,
And-
the horse. He just
And-
said that she was an evil person, so that's why when he named her that, then the horses would be mean, and so never explained why the horses are scared of the name though.
Well, according to the joke that's on IMDb, it talks about the fact that Frau Blucher is theoretically has something to do with horses and glue, but in reality, there was some guy that was a general in some war long ago that was named Blucher, and his horse died underneath him, and it was like so. who knows?
This is a Catherine the Great reference. I'm sure
yeah.
if I know Mel Brooks.
Oh,
It's kind of the opposite of the Lucifer.
Yes,
Kind of,
Yes.
yes. And the name on the brain, Hans Delbruck,
Yeah.
was actually a real person. That's a real
Okay.
person's name. who was
The one
also
that
a
he
doctor.
the one
wanted
that
to
was
put-
the one that was next
one-
to Abnormal Brain.
Yeah, the one
was Charles
that
Opie.
the one that Igor dropped was Hans
Yes.
Yeah.
Delbruck.
But the one that was to the left of
Right.
the Abnormal Brain was Charles Opie. He was
Oh.
actually somebody that was a real person too,
Yeah.
and somebody wrote his name there just as a
You know,
thank you.
I've actually went back on that scene to watch it because I saw the Opie and I was wondering if it was Oppenheimer, which
Mm.
wouldn't have been right because
Right.
it wouldn't have been the right time
It
frame.
says, it says Charles Opie, and underneath it says missionary.
Okay.
There was the skulls also, where when Igor pulls that prank on them as they go into the lab
into the
first time.
lab, into the private
Yeah,
library.
the first two skulls were actual skulls, and the third one was manufactured. The 6-month one
Yeah.
was manufactured.
And I love the fact that when they get to him and he stares, he says, "I ain't got nobody."
I like the fact it said recently dead underneath it.
Recently
Recently
dead,
dead.
yes.
It wasn't because Gene strangled him or anything. It was
No.
no.
No. Let's see. I don't think there's anything else that we need to cover about the movie unless you guys have something else.
No. Looker.
Oh, no.
Well, that sound this time means that we are out of time here at BFFT. Taebyn, do you have anything else you'd like to say about the movie before we close out of here?
I think we've done a good job covering everything overall. So I guess for all you furs out there, this is a very young and old furs. It's a very, what's the word?
Classic.
Classic. Thank you. Yes. It's a total classic movie. It's black and white, so it might put people off at first. As you're hearing us talk about, the jokes are like they're niche, and you have to pay attention, but they're also very hilarious and very well done. Gene and everyone Harvey does an awesome job in the show. It's just really great. It's really worth taking a watch it's really some American history. I mean, maybe it's also Transylvanian history.
Yes.
But it's really a big, wonderful, amazing piece of American history. And I think I can speak for all of us here at BFFT that we really recommend you if nothing else, just watch it just to watch it. I'm sure there's some parts in it you will appreciate. And it's
especially
just a
if
good
you like
piece of
puns,
art.
because it's just the whole movie is just puns, pun after pun after pun after pun.
And also really sprinkled in with really ridiculous, corny things that are also amazing at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really genius. Me and Rayne were actually talking about this the other day. Mel Brooks was actually a genius, and he does other amazing.
He is actually a genius.
Yes.
Do not
alive.
put him in the grave yet. He is.
Yeah.
We're hoping he's going to make it to 100.
He is a genius. Yes. And we send so many other great things like Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs. Oh my
History
cow!
of the World, Part
Spaceballs!
1.
Oh, you first got to see that.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, overall,
Producers.
it's a great movie. You've heard us talk about lots of the fun bits and everything in the show. And even though we've talked about it, it's worth, after hearing us talk about it, going to watch the show and like now you can actually catch this stuff because we've talked about it. So definitely take a watch, and that's what I have to say about that. So I'm glad. And just a plug for me, I actually had a good idea.
Yes, you
that
did.
we would watch a show, and Young Frankenstein was an option that I came up with. So I just have to say, once in my life, I've had a good idea, and that I think is the big takeaway here.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day, Taebyn.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
And I will say, as the movie cheat, I want to say that I would give this a 4.5 chirps for sure.
4.5
Only
chirps?
4.5.
Yeah.
I would go 5. I mean, for me, it's 5. 5 chitters from this.
5
record.
chitters from you. All right.
Yes.
From the
5
TickTock.
I say 4.5 only because of the fact there's things in it that I wish that we could see that they edited out because it would make a little more sense.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
like, I just love this movie, so it's one of my top 10 favorites.
I kind of hope before he dies, Mel Brooks makes a director's cut of Young Frankenstein and releases it with some of the scenes that they cut out. That would be so much fun.
I would hope so. I'm hoping that the cut scenes didn't end up on the cutting room floor and thrown out.
Swept
So,
away, yeah.
very possible, because that was common. They
It
would
was.
edit stuff out and just sweep it up and throw
There's
it
no
away.
reason to keep it, so yeah, throw it away.
Now everything
Yeah.
gets kept
Yes.
just in case for
Just in case.
And usually
and, you know,
thrown in at the very, very end. You still have to sometimes wait 5 or 10 minutes after the ending credits, but it'll be there.
Yeah. TickTock, how many protogens would you give it?
Oh, 5.
5?
How many
Okay. So- I love that.
Easily. 5 beeps. 5 beeps.
5 beeps.
5 beeps,
5
okay.
beeps. I'd give it 4.5 growls for the
Nice.
for the turn. So
Which is
What
equal
about you,
to
Ziggy?
9 tail wags.
yes, that's true. How about
many
Ziggy?
dupes would you
You
give it,
got what I
Ziggy?
just did there. You've been listening a long time, and we love you for it.
Ziggy, how about you?
I would give it 5 dukes. It's the first time I see this movie, and I couldn't stop laughing. It was very, very good. Totally recommended. Amazing jokes that work even today. So go watch it. 5 dukes from me.
All right. Well, we need to say goodbye for now. I hope everybody has a nice, safe, and sane Halloween coming up.
Yes.
We know you have a
Trick or
choice in
treat.
podcasts, and we love that you choose to listen to ours. Remember, you can subscribe to the show. Subscribe to the show on Buzzsprout, or support the show through Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Every little bit helps to keep the show running. Or if you listen on YouTube, why not hit that subscribe button? And if you send us a comment on the Buzzsprout fan mail section, like the one listener did today.
Thank you, listener.
Thank you, listener. They did not include their contact information so we can respond, so they get a live response on the show.
Yep.
And maybe reference the episode you're reaching out about, which really he wasn't talking about an episode, he's talking about what we talked about. So, Rayne, any parting thoughts?
Happy Halloween.
Oh, there we go. TickTock, what are your parting words?
Enjoy a very fluffy Halloween.
There you go. Cheetaro?
Just make sure this Halloween you laugh and just watch the movie. It'll make sure you do.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Ziggy, anything from you?
Happy Halloween and touch all the candies or I'll take them from you.
I know. I don't have a Halloweeny, unfortunately. So, thanks to the staff at Injured Nerves Podcast Network and to all the furs out there, Moobarkfluff and stay furry. Taebyn, the last word, as usual, is yours. Please help us to get out the door.
Okay. I will do my best in a very scary pup style because Halloween. No, that wasn't very. I'm not very good at this. But I will say, yes, all you furs. Halloween's coming up. I hope you have a good, safe Halloween and a good fluff and stuff. But in any case, thank you for listening to this. We hope you liked our. We'll probably do another one of these sometime. It won't be every time, but we might do another one. So we hope you liked it. Please write us in and let us know how you liked the show, our discussing of the movie. And we hope you go see the movie, of course, because it was obviously great. I just have to say thank you so much for listening and all that stuff, supporting us. We love doing this for you and ourselves. So I'll just say, Moobarkfluff, have a wonderful, spooky pup Halloween. And until next time, bark, bark.
Luca!
Barely Furcasting is an Injured Nerve studio production and is found on all major podcast platforms. The Furcast is produced, recorded, and directed by Barely Normal, aka Mike Began, and is edited by Barely and associate producer Rayne Raccoon. Opening and closing music, as well as some interstitial music, was created for Injured Nerves Productions for the use on the podcast by Reg Day with Damian Tanuki. Other interstitial and background music is from the YouTube Free Use Library and Epidemic Sound. If you would like to send us a message, you can do so via email at barelyfurcasting@gmail.com or on our Telegram chat at BFFT chat, on Twitter, on our Facebook page, or on the barelyfurcasting.com webpage. You can help support the show through donations at Buzzsprout or through Patreon at patreon.com/barelyfurcasting. Thanks for listening. We hope you return to listen again. Moobarkfluff everyone.